All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Yu Yu Hakusho, episode
34. All right, we got to see the Toguro brother.
Yeah, yes,
Just
indeed.
Toguro.
Yeah, delete his opponents.
Kick ass.
Specifically rip them in half
Or
and
like
punch through
below
their
ass, basically.
chests.
Just
Yeah. Lots of blood. A lot of blood.
Yeah, this is the kind of stuff that would make me lose my mind as a kid. Just being like, oh my god, how is Yusuke going to beat this?
Right.
There is no way.
And who knows? It's possible that, well, no, he's going to beat Toguro. He's going to beat Toguro.
I mean,
the real question is how.
Depending on if our theory, about potentially like setting things up more for bets rather than as regarding to who wins or loses.
That's true. But I think Toguro wants a real fight.
I think
Proper
so
fight.
too. Yeah,
and
he would probably stiff his handler.
Right?
Will.
Yeah. Yep. But Yusuke has at least a lot of fights that him and his team are going to have to do before they get to Toguro.
We have brackets. Brackets with
asymmetrical.
We got to look very closely and made sure that we had the teams kind of correctly attributed to their spots. This is the exact same bracket style that Togashi later uses in the Hunter exam, except it's winner advances instead of loser advances, which is a nice, cool thing of showing, this is where the idea came from. And then he goes, wait a minute, what if instead
it was the loser
that advanced, and then losers potentially had the most fights.
Right.
But that means that Dr. Ichigaki's team will be fighting Team Urameshi next.
And they are a bit brutal. Yeah. And apparently a lot of them are human.
Or not. There's something wrong with the way that they've got things set up.
They've been experimented on.
Yeah, they have some kind of apparatus of sorts on their backs or on like the back of their neck. And
yeah,
stuff
each one seems kind of different. Yeah, but then there's, of course, also the twin-looking ones or whatever.
Yeah, those ones look more like sentinels that guard Dr. Ichigaki specifically. Now, that makes me curious as to the potential that Dr. Ichigaki would fight.
Yeah, because this is the other thing. Since it's a new round of the tournament, there's a lot more, likelihood that the actual way that they do the fights will be different. Yeah. So, if that's the case, how's this going to go?
Yeah, and who on Team Urameshi's team is going to like speak up the most and be like, hey, I have an idea as to how we
this
should
is how
fight
we want to
this
do
team,
it.
What kind of things we should propose. It would be kind of interesting if they basically had like a back and forth of like, okay, our team presents this. Okay, well, we want this. And it's like, okay, well, then we want this. And it's like, okay, then we want
this. Why not
it's
both?
Like,
yeah.
Well, right. But basically, if you just add up a bunch of rules, then it's like, okay, we'll just do all of them.
And then it's this chaotic mess of,
Yeah, could be really interesting. So, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this.
Yeah. Okay.
With 0.05% chance of winning.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Was that exposited by Dr. Ichigaki? Did he use some bullshittery math to convince them that they have such a low chance?
100 on the percentile and then a nat 20.
Morning wood, Kuwabara.
No, tell him to go away.
It's a dream.
Oh, jeez.
They shouldn't be here. It just isn't right.
Oh, he's worried about, like, Keiko and them?
I had a dream last night, Urameshi.
Was she hot?
Yeah!
It's about our next fight, okay? Where's Kurama and Hiei? They're good with stuff like this.
Not here.
They're not here? Well, where did
Genkai.
they go?
Genkai.
Hell if I know.
Yeah.
What's with you people? Doesn't anyone know how to write notes when they leave?
Take a relaxer. They're probably just gonna meet us in the arena. Now let's go kick some ass.
Yeah.
Looks like we have a fan.
Oh my
Hey!
A little more than that, Yusuke.
Oh my god,
Wait a
yes.
minute.
He's taller.
Forehead and a squealy voice. You're Koenma's older brother.
As far as I am aware, Koenma doesn't have any brothers, and I should know I'm him. As a cool teenager!
Is the pacifier for raving?
Can it, boy? Yo, Kuwabara, thanks for helping out Yusuke all the
Yo!
time. It's nice.
Hey, no problem.
Give me a break. All you do is give me someone else to rescue.
That's
Wow.
not true.
Boys,
Wow.
please.
Oh.
Yusuke Urameshi, your egg is about to hatch.
Excuse me?
Oh!
Your golden egg, you moron! The egg of your spirit beast I gave you during your life ordeal, remember?
Whoa!
He still has
No
it?
clue.
Brief recap. I gave you an egg that would hatch a spirit beast that would probably bite off your head. And boom, you're back to life. But the egg stayed with me, so you never actually hatched. Only
Stuff
its
is
spirit
amazing.
energy was unleashed.
Okay.
So that's why he can't fire
Ever
spirit
since
gun?
you became spirit detective, the egg, unbeknownst to you,
No.
has been feeding on your soul's merit. And now, after nearly a year, it will hatch.
Ooh.
Hey, that's pretty slick.
No.
Taking care of my egg like that, you could have scrambled it and I would have never known.
How insightful. But it's not hatched yet. You'll have to depend on the skills Genkai has taught you for now. Hopefully, the spirit wave technique will be enough in this
Right, spirit wave. Never actually perfected that one. We were busy.
Oh my god.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Okay.
Seems the doctor's team has gotten lost. Yes.
Yeah.
What a horrible coincidence for us both.
And they're not in a group. That's helpful.
Yeah. This is interesting.
Yeah.
So are they trying to separate the strongest, you know,
Right, keep them busy.
fighters? Yeah. But that's what Dr. Jigaki wants, because these ones are maybe all enslaved in some way.
You're a mess either for real.
Fox girls?
The 3 fighters on that team.
Oh my god.
They're exactly the same ones from my nightmare. I remember the entire thing.
What?
Oh, shit.
Damn it. None of this, not one piece is fair. How can I expect to live with myself now? The man who's raised us and
That's-
taught us like his
that's
own
Yusuke's
son
voice
is
actor.
dying, and I can't do a thing to help him.
Yeah.
I know it's hard for you to
And that's
take,
the
knowing
teacher
that
and
you
the-
care about
Yeah,
me
yeah,
so much.
yeah.
Is
I'll never accept it. I'll make you better. Somehow I will.
And that's how. And then they turn to the doctor. Yeah.
Quite possibly I'm the answer to your prayers. A doctor who can alleviate your poor master's disease.
Shit.
Don't toy with us.
It's free.
All right, we'll take
It's
it.
always
There
free.
is, however, one stipulation. I would like to use this gentleman, and this one, and you, my good sir, over there as subjects for a little experiment. It's the only way I can help you. And don't worry, your bodies will stay perfectly intact.
I'm positive that dream was the truth.
Wow. So
Okay.
Kuwabara's like awareness, spiritual awareness, has,
Extended
like-
into like past observation.
Yeah.
We fight with the people we have. Winner is the best of 3.
What about you? Don't the ugly pointed ear trolls like
Oh!
to fight too?
Oh!
Only when we have to, boy. I prefer the managing position. They say that the spirit energy a human body is capable of producing is far greater than that of an apparition. A
Oh.
fierce monster of power locked within you all.
Whoa.
It's only the human conscious that will keep this power at bay.
Whoa!
Take away free will and the monster will say hello.
How about ass kicking? Do they say that too?
Every genius has his critics. I am but an inventor
Jeez.
seeking to create the perfect fighting vehicle. No compassion or fear to hold it back.
Every
With
human?
spirit power on cruise control.
Does it come with AC?
Mock me all you want. It'll be a different story when you're the one I'm controlling.
Yusuke!
Say what?
If my team wins, I get to use your body.
What happens if
Why not?
they win?
And if my team wins, we get to rip off your face.
Yes, I can live with that.
Oh.
We have one more condition.
Oh.
Combine the 3 matches into a 6-person battle royale. One fight determines it all.
Yes.
Yes.
Hold on, little guy.
Yes.
You
All
mean
right.
the
Yes!
three of us fighting their 3 in the ring at the very same time?
That drops their chances to just 0.05%. I will accept. Your masked friend drives a hard bargain.
Calculating odds when you don't know
Your
who one of the
scientific
people
mind
are.
will be
Yeah.
so amusing. The spirit detective's body will soon belong to me.
And the thing is, his data is probably just a bit missing of what, you know, Genkai can do.
Mhm.
And thus 99.5 would probably be right
If not for Genkai.
if not for Genkai. Yeah.
Right.
God,
Well, at least the fans are getting creative.
would it be great if just Spirit Wave, just bam,
Yeah.
they're all knocked out.
I was
All of
half
us fighting
expecting
together,
that.
we can
Of
watch
just
each other's back.
Okay.
Especially while Yusuke tries to get his spirit gun working again.
Yeah.
The weird feeling I'm getting from them, it's like a whisper in their guts. They don't want to be fighting here. They're just forced to murder while their minds just watch.
Wow.
Gotcha.
That's right, baby brother. You feel it too.
Pardon?
Holy
Do you
shit.
think that there's something wrong with
The
your body?
Kuwabaras
Yeah.
are.
It's difficult to explain. There's some very strong emotions buried down there in the ring. My brother, he can sense it, and it's getting to him. Be careful, bro, okay?
Yeah.
Don't get so caught up with their well-being that you
Watch.
forget about your own.
Yeah. This is gonna be Kuwabara's MVP fight. He's gonna use the sword to cut off the apparatus.
Oh, that would be awesome. Spirit Wave.
Yeah, okay. These are the techniques we saw.
I guess I'm not supposed to shake his hand.
I suggest you move.
Jeez. Oh. Your movements are predictable.
Okay.
Unfortunately, some of the moves were too fast to see with our eyes, but it was smashing teamwork by the doctor's crew for sure.
Yeah, should have stayed on the ground.
Are you all
Whoa,
right?
whoa,
Yeah,
that's
thanks for warning
speed.
there. I had no idea how powerful that guy's hand was gonna be.
Yeah, we'll send you a thank you card.
Drop the jokes, Yusuke. They're coming again.
Wait, how do you know my name?
I mean, everyone knows his name.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, dodge.
Really isn't an option for the Urameshi team right now. It's just run or be gutted.
Oh no, they're just adding more into the fight. Yep. Let's go, Kuwabara! You can do it! Yeah! Crap!
While the masked fighter tussles
Uh.
with M1 and M2, Yusuke braces to fight
Can
with
you-
his trademark spirit gun.
Can you? No.
1 in 5,
No, I
Yusuke. It's
still
okay.
get nothing.
For some reason, Yusuke decides not to fire his energy, leaving his
Decides
friends and
not
teammate
to.
absolutely defenseless.
I love this announcer so
I
much.
know. Kuwabara,
Don't
take
doubt
it.
Kuwabara.
Hey,
Oh yeah!
nice.
Get wrecked.
Wow!
Move as a team. Move as a team.
Spirit gun, you can come back whenever you're ready.
Oh yeah, let's go back over here. See how this fight is going. Chimeras versus versus demons. Shit.
Taken down.
Oh my
What the hell?
god. What? Mecha Chimera?
Why didn't they bring this into the tournament fight?
Probably weren't allowed to.
Go, Catastable! Destroy those two lowlifes!
It's a Yu-Gi-Oh fight.
go.
I summon a monster in attack mode.
Right. You activated my trap card.
Tentacle arms
Ugh.
with infinite length. Now sever the. Yep. Oh shit!
Okay. All right.
Scratch. Maybe I can't kill the beast.
But I can kill
I
you.
can still kill you.
Yeah, exactly. Make it stop or you're dead.
Oh shit.
Shit, yeah.
Oh no!
Oh, that
Mm.
that was great continuity.
Yeah.
Oh shit, EA. Oh, I felt that.
The doctor's
Uh-huh.
work. It thinks only of the kill.
I can appreciate that.
Yeah. Oh.
EA, don't.
No.
No way.
No.
Yep.
Moving it around. I love it. Oh.
Yep. Nice.
All right. Cool.
Well thought
got
out,
your back.
Kurama.
Excellent, Catastable. Now kill the other one too.
I can't.
What's wrong with you?
Even the hardest substance can be broken when crashed into itself.
Hey.
The ability to feel pain is not a weakness. It's a strength.
Yeah.
It tells a creature its vulnerabilities.
Oh,
not to
cool.
expose them to attack. Your robot is dead. And so, I'm afraid.
Are you?
Yeah.
Kurama, you are a legend. Oh my god.
A terrifying, lethal son of a bitch.
In a fight where their odds of victory are calculated at 0.05%, what can Yusuke's team possibly do to escape with their lives?
Okay.
Dun dun dun.
Cool.
And I like that EA was willing to like use the black flame technique again.
Mm-hmm.
But then Kurama's like, no.
No.
Don't do that.
Just give me like 5 seconds. You know?
Exactly.
I've got this. Okay, we've got a 3-on-3.
All right. Yep. And I'm glad that we got the battle royale style where it's like, okay, yeah, group
Everyone
combat
all at once.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet.
Yep. And it was kept a bit simpler by having it be something where it was a proactive choice on behalf of the enemy, where they're like, hey, we're going to take out the
strongest people.
Yeah, the two that have shown themselves to be the strongest. We're going to remove them, and then we should be able to handle it just fine. And I love that it's adds to the scummy nature of Dr. Ichigaki that he sent his 2 weakest people to do it. Right? Yeah. He gave them a tool that's like, okay, yeah, this should help you or whatever, but they weren't going to be doing too much in the fight anyways. So it's the two of my worst for 2 of their best. Awesome.
Which is
that's
interesting because what they're building up here is the idea that humans have the greatest power potential of any being in this world.
Yeah, that was curious.
And Dr. Ichigaki went almost so exposition-y in the way he talked about it that he was basically saying, Yusuke, you have a hidden power within you.
And Kuwabara, too.
Yeah, every human. But specifically you, Yusuke, have something that is special and also the human unlimited potential of this thing that is within you that I just want to bring it up the way it looked.
By the consciousness.
Yeah. The way he described it, it basically was just saying humans have a demon within them.
Basically.
And you know what this kind of reminds me of?
Well, it reminds me of Toguro.
It reminds me of Toguro.
Yeah.
Is that Toguro might be just one of those people
that has fully unlocked it.
Has the ability to use it. And it's not an issue of like having it held off or whatever, but he can also channel a percentage of it.
Yep.
It doesn't need to be a thing
that's like binary unleashed or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. So this is crazy cool because one, there has been that shonen protagonist buildup of Yusuke being, you know,
ridiculously strong.
Yeah, but a little bit different from someone like Kuwabara, who is the other human in their party.
Sure.
To be the thing of where, well, Kuwabara is the one that can sense things. He's got a great empathic intuition of sorts.
Yep.
But Yusuke has this raw power that comes out in these like really like powerful like determination kind of classic power of friendship, willpower moments, you know.
And one of the things that I love about that is that it on a serious note, it's kind of that fantastical representation of a thing that humans already have, right? It's the mother that lifts the car off of their baby, right?
Yep.
You know, like the adrenaline where, you know, human beings do have limiters to keep it from destroying themselves. Yeah, and you know, and if you turn those off, if you were to figure out a way to get past them, then suddenly crazy stuff starts to happen.
Yeah, you'll hurt yourself doing it.
Right. But Ichigaki doesn't care because these are experiments and stuff.
Right.
But it's also something where, in a funny way, it gives a quantifiable, potentially power mechanic to the
power scaling.
Well, for power scaling, but also to the dumb, thick-headed, like thick-skulled nature of our boys, where the more just like empty they let themselves become in their head, then the more powerful they can get, because then you can be working past your limiters somehow.
Yeah, except I feel like what's going to be a part of this is that this is something that will get either forced out of Yusuke, or something that he'll feel like that he has to call up in a moment of like dire need.
And we saw something like that with the Saint Beasts, where against the final one, I forget the final one's name, but
Suzaku, I think.
Suzaku, that's right. He had a point where it was that full like surpassing the limits kind of a thing, because it was in the absolute most dire of situations.
Right.
And so now that we have a kind of a mechanical reason for why that is, we don't necessarily have an explanation for why humans are like that specifically, rather than demons and apparitions, but we know that that's the case at the very least.
I have a theory.
Yeah.
It's that humans and demons are practically the same being originally, and it's just the thing of where demons are just humans that let this side of them run rampant.
Sure.
And then over the course of, you know, time, eons, that just through the efforts of procreation, what have you, that's just the form they take now.
Right.
But
and then
maybe originally they were all the same type of people.
And that
it's
would
just a thing of where
Yeah.
That was always potentially there.
And that would explain why a lot of demons can also take the form of humans.
Yes.
You know, and why they choose to, not just to blend in and stuff.
Yeah.
But then it could be something where it's like the fact that that's a side of humans that maybe they don't allow to flourish.
Sure.
It kind of like builds within them as like a thing that, will at one day be broken, break forth or something like that.
And that might be why the Earth being protected is such a big deal, because it might be the last vestige of humanity, of the original people that weren't then, succumbed to their demon side.
And to think about it another way, if Earth is protected, then that's a way to keep the latent demons potentially from unleashing themselves. Because imagine if there was some crazy calamity, right? That just caused all of the inner demons within people to be let loose because the limiters were gone or whatever, something crazy happened. That seems like something that certain people might want to avoid.
Yeah, and it also gives a little bit of inferred world building as to why the ruler of the cosmos is a demon, and yet is trying to help the Earth, but
That's
also
true. Yeah.
at a whim just causes Armageddon. Basically,
Yeah, right.
We're talking about Koenma's dad,
and a lot of that kind of
King
stuff
Yama.
is right. It's done for comedy.
For comedy.
When Koenma talks about it,
But-
he's gonna paddle my behind, but it could also be serious world building stuff disguised and laced within the comedy.
Yeah, exactly.
So
So, Ichigaki, okay, you are the fight that is the world building fight.
Yep, which makes sense. Second one, tournament's been established. Now we have the one that's, we still know that Yusuke and crew are going to win.
Yep.
But let's make it more interesting. Let's throw some complications in there and give some information.
Which means that this is a character development fight.
Sure.
And they set up Kuwabara very nicely here. Kuwabara has a full on intuition kind of read on who these people were.
Yep.
Which means that he might be able to call that side of them that is
real
dormant within parallels
Hey.
back up by speaking their true names.
Sure.
Or hurting that part that is, controlling them, the little stuff, the tubes and all that. Or maybe just talking about how their master would be hurt to see them like this.
Yep.
And the limitless human spirit within could burst forth, because as far as we can see right here, this might not be anything with regards to what Ichigaki was mentioning about that part within humans. Because
what isn't?
The way that they're fighting right now, the three that he has under his control,
Okay.
they don't look like this.
No, they don't.
So they might not be in their final forms, for one.
Sure.
So that could be something that
Right,
comes
he
later
hasn't
in the
been
fight.
able to get a full release of it, or
Right.
Or
Yeah.
maybe it just takes on different forms for different people, or
or the experiments are him trying to get to that, but maybe the fact that Kuwabara can sense them resisting, that is the reason why they haven't done it yet.
Sure. And also, I want to point out the whole idea of the demon within, right? The thing that's with it.
Classic.
It's classic in stories because that, whether you want to talk about it in literal or metaphysical or whatever, that's a thing that we have with humanity, right? And so it's good to explore that and things like that. But with Yusuke specifically as a main character, he is the person that society would have deemed to have kind of failed that test already.
Yep.
Right? He was the delinquent. He was the rough kid. He's the one who,
he's practically a demon already.
Exactly, right?
What a horrible human being.
Yeah. And
be better off if he was dead.
Right. And those awful teachers that, he had to put up with, those are kind of examples of that, right? Of the real nastiness within humanity being laid bare.
Yeah.
If this fight is going to be about reawakening the humanity within these people,
right?
That have had that be put to sleep, how fitting and how poetic would it be to be, one, the human who died and came back to life, but two, the one who everyone said is, worthless, like a menace, all that stuff.
All that stuff.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see how this fight's handled, because it's I'm not worried about the physical outcome of the fight, right? I like that.
I'm very certain that someone will get injured, though.
Probably.
One of the things that I'm really worried about, though, is that they've stopped comboing as well as they think they could have. The disc guy classic disc, ability thing there is not being used at the right time.
Yeah, he'd really want to throw them at them after they get knocked by the telekinetic person.
Exactly. Once they get knocked by the telekinetic person, they should be thrown immediately. Zoom
in and while they're off balance.
Yep.
Cut them up.
They get disadvantage on their deck saves and all that.
Sure, yeah.
There you go. But, we're not at that point yet because Genkai is saving their asses multiple times here.
Yep.
And the idea that their strength is so much that they can't even sense them, that's a big deal. But maybe Kuwabara can already, and he just doesn't know it. Because he is sensing their voices inside.
That's true. And so, he freaking sensed their backstory in a dream. Which
that makes sense as like a dream thing. Because it's like a portent of the future,
Sure, but also we did have examples when he was dealing with Yusuke of dreams being the time when spirits could contact people that were listening, And if that was some sort of like, beyond the whatever divide cry of these people.
Yusuke, knock me out of the ring. Kick my ass, beat me in the head really hard. What the hell?
I'm going to be unconscious.
I'm going to make contact with
that would be awesome.
Wouldn't that be freaking amazing? Kuwabara's like, I've got it.
He unconsciously meditates into astral projection going into... that'd be great.
Pushes Yusuke out of the way. He's like, oh no, I've been hit. And he's like, damn it, that didn't knock me out.
I'm too tough.
And then he looks at the
Darn
ground.
you,
He's
buddy.
Like, damn it, I'm going to do it. Bonk. And he just hits himself on the head. And then they throw him out of the ring to keep him safe and doesn't die, basically. But then Kuwabara's like, and now, astral projection, Kuwabara family telepathy. Let's go. And then his sister does the same thing. She goes to sleep. She's going to help him as well. And then it's 4-on-3. The person on the sidelines that you never expected to help.
But we had a few things happen this episode that gave extra progression to the fight and the tournament and all that stuff in ways beyond just the traditional, because we know that Yusuke and Co are probably going to win, even though it's supposed to be just
definitely.
a 1 in 2,000%.
It's going to be a character development fight.
It's going to be a character development fight. But we also had Genkai helping out, which is something that we were waiting to have happen in the tournament. And Koenma also helping out and giving that callback. And it's funny because we were looking at our notes and we were like, I was almost debating we should just delete that part of the notes.
No, we never delete the notes.
Never delete the notes.
Shift priority into
but it's
looked at first.
All the stuff of the items from the very beginning of the show and the egg, and it's that's never going to come back up again. And then literally in this episode, it's you remember that egg I gave you. And also, I just got to say again, I love that Koenma specifically went into his cool teenager form to talk to Yusuke.
Used his cooler teenager voice as
exactly.
Well. Yes.
That is such a draining ability just because he doesn't want Yusuke to make fun of his toddler form. He wouldn't be able to bear it. But
I am Koenma. I'm very cool.
I am very cool. Yeah. But apparently it's going to hatch and we'll get an animal or something like that or some crazy monster that could help them fight, or I don't know, but
it could be tied to the inner potential of human beings, though.
Ooh.
What if the egg thing is not a thing that they do to just anyone, and because of the way things have been set up, the thing that is going to get unleashed from that egg is a interesting picture of what is inside Yusuke all along, or what has been inside him all along, because
a karaoke master.
There is something odd about the way that Koenma brought this up in the same episode that Ichigaki also brought this up, but also the way in which Koenma had the classic turn and look as they walked past and talked to himself for the audience's sake about Yusuke's I'm gonna listen to it again. He says something that feels a bit too
pointed,
a bit too foreshadowy. Yeah, the egg sounds pretty cool. He says, yeah, he didn't complete the training with Genkai, right? But
Right.
if Yusuke is ever to reach his full purpose, this is the only way.
And
now, not potential.
Not potential.
Exactly.
I would have expected potential.
That's what I would have expected as well. But purpose.
Full purpose.
Purpose is different.
Yeah.
Because that means that being the spirit detective is a step to something else.
Right. And Koenma definitely plays the long game.
Koenma is here thinking about things in the long term.
That's right.
I have knowledge that you, puny humans, would not even begin to comprehend with your tiny little brains.
And little lifespans.
Yes, little lifespans.
Yep.
But I, the son of the demon god,
right.
I know some shit.
Mm-hmm.
And Yusuke, your true purpose is something that you could barely begin to understand.
Yeah.
That's why this show will go beyond just, 40 episodes, but actually go into the 100 plus episodes.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah,
I think that basically Koenma is giving us the something will happen in episode 72, and then you all will be like, "Holy shit! Remember what Koenma said?" Because he was so cool and foreshadowed this a long time ago.
So, do you think the whole thing that with the egg is going to be something that will be like a permanent addition to the crew?
No, I
because I feel like it could be if Togashi wanted it to be.
I could see it being that, but I think it's more of going to be an internal struggle of sorts that Yusuke will have to go into either in the middle of the fight or after this fight and at some point during the tournament.
But he did mention a specific spirit beast.
Yes,
that
but it'll be something that in the same way that he was practicing trying to get his spirit gun out and Hiei was trying to help himself recover with his arm and stuff. I think Yusuke will, during other fights, have his kind of Dagobah dark cave moment.
Okay.
That kind of a thing.
And that'll be with the spirit beast?
That'll be with the beast that gets called forth from the egg, yeah.
I thought it was going to be something where eventually in one of their tough fights, they have Genkai for this one to help them out. But in a future one, they just hatch a summon.
That's familiar
comes out. That's a really powerful, monster that helps them fight or something like that.
I don't think that won't happen necessarily. That could happen.
If it did happen, that'd be super cool. I would love to see what kind of design Togashi has for it. And then also, hopefully it wouldn't die in the fight or something. If it did end up being something that it becomes a mascot for the crew or something
it feels like something that could be done in that regard, but then I think it would come out way later, not during the tournament. It would be something almost at the end of the tournament, and it's not something that kind of just helps them in some way. But I don't know. We'll see. That's a cool kind of interpretation on it.
Last thing is just that was you saw it too, but Botan's shirt randomly jumping up and down and with her lip flaps.
It was not just. It was not just the fact that it was her jacket or whatever. It was her undershirt.
Right.
Where it almost looked like they were trying to do some kind of boob jiggle thing. But she's, there's no
her body wasn't moving
at all. So it's just and I was just
it almost, for a second, it almost seemed like the kind of thing where it's no, it wasn't supposed to be her shirt in that moment. The artist thought it was moving shadow or something like that, but it's very clearly her shirt. And then you see it in another shot, and it's no, that's just her shirt.
Yep.
But yeah,
whatever.
I
wouldn't be against having Botan just running, and then it's just
oh my god, Caleb. Okay, I know that she's a Shinigami.
Yeah,
but
she's immortal.
Yeah,
and ancient.
It's
totally
fine.
It's fine. It's not weird.
Okay.
It's not weird at all.
Right.
But y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get on early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general, and also be sure to check out our Twitch channel.
We stream every weekday. The info's in the description.
Yeah, so if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all
next time.